join us today in today's presentation and discussion. And of course, Ma'am Renee from Destiny Rescue. Destiny Rescue is a private organization which also rescues children in distress or whose rights have been violated. So we are very excited to be here with you today, and of course we would like to thank Director General Sir for allowing us, or giving the voice, giving the Council for the Welfare of Children voice to, of course, to highlight the projects that we are doing now, especially the Makabata Helpline. We owe a lot to the Philippine Information Agency. So siguro po, if the PowerPoint presentation is ready, just keep up with me po. No? So we have a 10-second video about the Makabata Helpline. Ano? So just please bear with us. Can we play the video po? Thank you.
Sir. Yeah, mali. Yung set up. Tinakpan niya yung screen eh. Tapos nakaupo yung mga tao. Dun sa screen.
Okay.
Lights out. Kamutas. Ano na?
Okay, so again, thank you for inviting us this morning, DG Joe Torres of the Philippine Information Agency. Siguro I'll just proceed with my PowerPoint presentation. Maynard, let's move on to what is Makabata, slide number 7. So what is the Makabata Helpline? First and foremost, the Makabata stands for, next slide please, mahalin at kalingain ang mga bata. That's why it's called Makabata. The Makabata Helpline primarily aims to develop a mechanism that will provide quick response, monitoring, and feedback through calls, electronic mail, and different social media platforms. Our legal basis for establishing the Makabata Helpline is Republic Act 11188, or the Special Protection of Children in Situations of Armed Conflict. Because under this particular law, the Council for the Welfare of Children, which shares the interagency committee on children in situations of armed conflict, was mandated to create a monitoring response and reporting and response system. So we came up with the Makabata Helpline to cater initially to children in situations of armed conflict. But last November 2022, when we were launching the Makabata Helpline, we figured that there are many children's concerns in the Philippines, ranging from mental health concerns, bullying, violence against children, online and offline sexual abuse, trafficking, rape, and acts of lasciviousness. So hindi po nauubos ang problema ng kabataan That's why at the Council for the Welfare of Children, we thought of expanding the coverage of the Makabata Helpline. So, yun nga, it was launched last November 3, 2022 in front of our partner national government agencies and non-governmental agencies. So the goal of the Makabata Helpline, of course, is to protect children and their families against child rights violations. For the media, our media friends present here today, the Makabata Helpline 1383 is here to complement existing hotlines and helplines in the country. We are not rivaling any existing hotline or helpline. In the absence of any law or any regulation designating a centralized government or public helpline, the positioning of the Council for the Welfare of Children is to make the Makabata Helpline 1383 the focal and apex helpline for children in the Philippines for all children's concerns. Because I'm sure everybody is aware that there are agencies which have their own helplines or hotlines also, like of course there is a of course there's the Bantay Bata for the private sector, but the intention is to have that public sector helpline which will cater to all children's concerns. So the Council for the Welfare of Children through the Makabata Helpline envisions to strengthen the coordination between stakeholders and of course different helplines and hotlines in the Philippines. That's why starting November 2022, we sought partnerships from the public sector, starting with other national government agencies, and of course from the private sector, like the PLDT Smart, who has helped us a lot in establishing our Makabata Helpline, and of course Destiny Rescue is also here, which also complements the service that the Makabata Helpline is giving through interventions like rescuing abused children, of course in coordination with other national government agencies, and even the Philippine National Police. So we have a lot of partners. So siguro before we go to the partnership, I would just like to give our friends from the media today some statistics. So based on the Women and Children Protection Units, these are the WCPUs in our provincial hospitals. So in 82 or 81 provinces, we have 60 plus WCPUs. So based on the statistics of the WCPUs in 2020, and this is during the lockdown, 6,621 cases of child rights violations, iba't iba pong child rights violations were reported to the WCPUs. In 2021, from 6,621, it has increased to 8,367. And by the year 2022, it has further increased to 8,948. From 2021 to 2022, child sexual abuse and exploitation has increased by 265%. Napakarami po, and we are only talking about the reported cases and the reported cases in the WCPU. So we can just imagine those those cases which have not been reported or those cases which have been reported to other government agencies or even the PNP or the NBI or the DOJ. So next slide please. The Makabata Helpline has handled 250 cases. Ito yung cases na tinake namin, whether via text, calls, emails. And out of 250, we have resolved 142 cases. When we take in cases po, we do not close a particular case just because we have referred it to our partner like perhaps the PNP or the NBI. When we refer our cases to partners, we make it a point that we monitor the progress of these cases and we consider it closed only once help was provided or interventions were provided to the children or their families. So about 70% of the cases that we took in have been resolved, and a lot are still pending and a lot are still coming. We are monitoring it. We have a real-time monitoring system, and of course, we would want to popularize and create awareness for our Makabata Helpline 1383. Ayaw po natin, of course, dumami ang kaso ng pang-aabuso sa bata, but kung meron pong mga-abuso sa bata, gusto kong sabihin ng Council for the Welfare of Children, pwede po kayong tumawag sa Makabata Helpline 1383 Kahit ano pong problema nyo, makikinig po kami sa inyo. So ang clientele po namin or beneficiaries, these can be children, the children themselves, their parents, guardians, persons having legal custody of them, and even concerned citizens. Pwede pong mag-report dito kahit po mga bata, hindi kailangan magpaalam po sa mga magulang. Kasi alam niyo po ba, for the information of everybody, yung violence against children po, a great portion of that violence against children statistics came from corporal punishment o yung pagpaparusa po sa mga bata, pananakit sa mga bata, subjecting children to cruel and degrading punishment as a form of discipline. So marami pong ganyan. Ano? Minsan mga magulang, mga kamag-anak, mga nagbabantay sa bata po mismo, ang lumalampas sa pagdidisiplina at nasasaktan po sa ang mga bata natin. Ano? That's why, aside from the 1383 landline, we also have cell phones so that children can call or can text. We also use Facebook Messenger, Instagram. We also have an email address. And of course, we even conduct Zoom or online consultation with children. More often than not po kasi mga kasama, ang mga bata po ayaw nilang nare-reveal ang kanilang identity. Yun naman po iba, kahit boses po nila ayaw marinig. So that's where messaging and social media comes in. Ano? So kaya po very useful yan. So ito po, yung who may report, any person po yan. Ano? We will take it seriously. Marami nga pong tumawag sa amin, napagalitan ni mami at ni daddy. Of course, yung iba, madami daw ginagawa sa eskwelahan o marami extracurricular activities. Lahat po ng concern ng mga bata, minsan po yung mga bata natin gusto lang pong may kausap. Ano? That's why we also partner with the private sector. For instance, Positive Youth Development Network, they have the Kaibigan Chatline. This is a chatline manned by adolescents or teens also. So kung kunyari, meron po mga bata natatawag po sa amin, gusto lang pong may kausap, pwede po namin i-refer sa Kaibigan Chatline so that they can talk to their peers. Sometimes po gusto lang po nila may kausap, meron din po tayong social workers and lawyers na pwede pong tumutulong. So, what to report? All types of physical abuses. Ano? There is an enumeration here, but of course this is not limited to the ones that you are seeing in front of you. Lahat po ng concern ng bata, sabi nga po namin sa Council for the Welfare of Children, basta bata, tayo po dapat ang bahala. So any concern of children, you can contact the Makabata Helpline 1383 and we will surely take it seriously. We will ensure that it is resolved or referred to the proper agency for the proper resolution and intervention. Okay, next slide. Ito yung grave child rights violations. Ano? Of course, under the CSAC law, bawal po ang grave child rights violation. Ano? Yung children involved in armed conflict, children affected by armed conflict, children displaced by armed conflict. Yan po ay binabantayan natin in the areas in the Philippines where there is still armed conflict. Ano? So we also cater to these types of cases. So how do you contact the Makabata Helpline? Of course, we have that landline, 1383. Flash before you, of course, are our cell phone numbers. We have a Smart and Globe cell phone. We have our Smart and Globe cell phone numbers. Our email is also there. If you want to see all the details, go to the Makabata Helpline Facebook page na andun po lahat yan. Of course, we have Instagram also. If you visit the Council for the Welfare of Children website, there is a click to call there. Wala pong bayad yon. Basta po may internet connection kayo, you click that icon, mapupunta po kayo sa Makabata Helpline responders po natin. Ano pa po pala, no? Hindi lang nasama dito, we are in the process of perfecting the interoperability of the Makabata Helpline and the DICT eGov Super App. Isa po tayo sa mga unang ahensya na kasali po doon sa DICT eGov Super App na andyan po lahat ng mga ahensya ng gobyerno natin. Isa pong effort yan ng ating pamahalaan, particular na ang DICT, na i-digitalize, ilapit po ang gobyerno, ang mga ahensya ng gobyerno sa tao. No? So if you install that DICT eGov Super App, there is a report icon there. If you click report, you see child abuse. You type in your complaint there, and you can even upload pictures and videos. When you submit that, it will go to the Makabata helpline system. The Facebook of the Council for the Welfare of Children is also there. So if you click our our website there, the click to call icon will appear before you. So verification, yung mga helpline officers po natin, of course we have trained our helpline officers whether sa mga batas po yan na pangbata, yung basic counseling natin, kung ano yung paano mag-interact at tumugon sa mga reklamo ng bata. Of course, when referrals are made to the bata helpline, the first thing that we do is verify. That's why we also work closely with the local government units, particularly local social welfare development offices, who check the complaints if these complaints are really true or if they are just frivolous or something. Minsan kasi may mga pranks pero that DICT Evoke Super App, bawal po ang prank dyan. It's a unique account that you will create if you download that. Pinag-isipan po ng ating mga kaibigan sa DICT po yan para maiwasan po yung mga prank calls or mga prank complaints. Okay, yung nature of services po natin, quickly, of course, marami po ay inquiry dyan kasi more often than not, parents or even the children just want to know what are their rights or if this particular thing is happening to them. Ito ba ay violasyon o paglabag na ng kanilang mga karapatan? Marami po tayong tinatanggap na ganyan, marami po humihingi rin ng legal advice, and we have lawyers at the Council for the Welfare of Children who can readily respond to this. We have consultations, and yun nga po, meron din tayong mga social workers. Referral, if the mandate is beyond the competence of the Council for the Welfare of Children, we have partners from the public and the private sector where we can refer cases and we just monitor kung ano na po ang nangyari. For emergency cases, ito po yung talagang kailangang i-rescue ng bata. Two of our partners, or three pala, is the PNP, the NBI, and the DSWD. So if kailangan po dyan ng immediate action, we can refer those to the concern to those agencies. And of course, to Destiny Rescue, which is a private sector, conducting rescues also of children whose rights have been violated. So marami po tayong ginagawa dito ganyan. Again, the Mga Bata Helpline 1383 is not a rival of existing helplines and hotlines in the Philippines. We complement, supplement, and we will strengthen the cooperation between our helpline and the existing helpline so that whenever a child has a problem, pag tumawag po sa amin, either we solve it ourselves or we refer it to the proper government or private sector office who can respond or who can provide interventions. Okay, so let's move on. Of course, our core message is that no child deserves to be silenced, abused, and exploited. Thus, the Mga Bata Helpline ensures that they have someone to report to. So, the idea po is to create awareness for this helpline. Tomorrow po, we have our NCR launch of the Mga Bata Helpline. Of course, with the help of PLDT and SMART and Gorilla V. We will be holding this Mga Bata Helpline launch at Meralco Multi-Purpose Hall at 1 p.m. po if you want to witness what we do at the Mga Bata Helpline, if you want to know our partners, if you want to know the lawmakers who are currently supporting the Mga Bata Helpline, please visit us at the Meralco Multi-Purpose Hall tomorrow at 1 p.m. Okay, some of our partners, ito po yung nabanggit po natin kanina. Of course, we have formed partnerships with the public and the private sector. We have 15, actually this is 15. The 15 po being MTRCB of Chairman Lala Soto. We inked our MOU with them, I think 2-3 weeks ago. So kasama po sa mga partners natin ng PNP, particularly the Women and Children Protection Center. That's why if you pass through EDSA, you see that LED, the big LED of PNP and Krame. Isa po sa naka-flash doon ang Mga Bata Helpline. Of course, our first MOU partner is the National Bureau of Investigation. Then we have DICT, we have Department of Labor and Employment for Child Labor Concerns, MTRCB, Radyo Pilipinas of course. We also have, next slide please. And po yung private sector partners natin, there's a lot of them flashed in front of you. International Justice Mission, Destiny Rescue is there. UNICEF, of course, Stairway Foundation, World Vision, and other and national government agency and non-government organization partners. We also have, of course, our first academic or academe partner, which is Miriam College. Very active po tayo sa Miriam College. The intention also is to create awareness in our private and public schools. We are also in the process of signing an MOU with DepEd for child protection concerns naman po. No? We want to collaborate with them because they also have a helpline and they are also in the process of strengthening their child protection committees inside the school. So makikipag-unayan po tayo sa ating DepEd po para po lalo pang protektahan ang mga kabataan. And of course, it goes without saying, PLDT and SMART and Tel Aviv who have helped us and guided us through the long and rugged road of establishing this helpline and making sure that we procure that telephony 1380. No? Kailangan po kasi na meron din 4-digit number na landline po. No? Okay, what are some of our advocacy initiatives and campaigns? Violence against children, yan po ay talagang, yan ang basket, catch-all basket ng mga paglabag ng karapatan ng bata, ano, from pananakit, corporal punishment, yung mga cruel and degrading punishment po na nakaka-apekto sa mental health, sexual abuse, talagang pasok po yan lahat dito. Of course, ito po, meron kaming Stop School Violence, Stop Bullying. We are very active with the school system. We also have Stop Online and Offline Sexual Abuse and Exploitation. This is one of the pressing problems of confronting our children today, and perhaps Ma'am Cathy can also give you additional information on what the current state of the internet is, and of course including OSAIC and SSIM. So cyberbullying. Next slide please. Ito yung mga shares ng ating mga supporters. There's a share here from Senator Sani Angara. Of course, our boss, Secretary Rex Gatchalian of the Department of Social Welfare and Development. The IACAT, the Interagency Council Against Trafficking, of course, we are an active member of IACAT. So the DSWD also supports the Makabata Helpline 1380. So ito po yung mga cross-posting na nangyayari po and sharing. So yun po. Let us be a helpline advocate. Alam niyo po, napakaraming problema ng bata. Hindi po yan kayang gawin o resolbahin ng nag-iisa na ahensya ng gobyerno. Kailangan po yan, as I always say, it's not even a whole of government approach, but a whole of society approach. We always hear that it takes a village to raise a child, but it takes everybody to protect one. So that brings me to my last slide. Basta bata, tayo po dapat ang bahala. Maraming salamat po at isang makabatang umaga po ulit sa atin.
Thank you so much, Yusek Jello. You speak so well. I'm so amazed at how eloquent. And I'm really happy to see some old faces here, seeing old friends from media and meeting new ones. Napakaraming kabataan sa ating media na nandito. Makabatang umaga sa inyo lahat. I'm really happy to be here and tell you about that short journey I've had. And we've had as a group sa PLDT and SMART with Council for Welfare for Children. At sa alam naman ninyo, talagang bumulusok, no? Yung OSAIC, yung Online Sexual Abuse and Exploitation for Children. Isa yon sa aming mga tinutumbok bilang isang telco service na nagbibigay ng child protection engagement. Ito ang ginagawa natin ngayon, community engagement. Pinalalakas natin yan. So isa yun, engagement. Pero meron din policy intervention. And you know, nakikita niyo kami sa Kongreso, pinalalakas sa mga IRR, tulad ng RA 7610. Doon sa advokasya, meron kaming partnership with Google to make internet safer. At sa technology, dun sa platform namin, Child Protection Platform, meron tayong nakukuhang hashes o listahan mula sa Internet Watch Foundation at sa C3P sa Canada para siguraduhin na lahat ng mga masasamang links and sites ay nabablock para hindi na umabot sa ating mga kabataan. So ipakikita ko lang sa inyo, itong whole of nation approach na mention na ni Yusek Jello na whole of society approach. Ang tawag namin dyan, whole of nation approach. At nandito tayo ngayon sa engagement, dyan sa multi-sectoral partnerships and community-based programs. Next slide, please. At pagpapatuloy ko na rin yung mga datos na naibigay ni Yusek Jello. Nakakabahala, no? I mean, nung na-lockdown tayo, bumulusok na ang anti-OSAEC, pero kung titingnan natin from the technology platform, ito na ngayon ang lumalabas. Balik lang tayo doon sa datos. Okay. Mainit-init pa to, niliaise ko lang with the cybersecurity group, no? So this is all for our media friends. Ito ay combination na, no, ng phishing, smishing, lahat na ng mga fraudulent activity na nagaganap sa ating lipunan at yung mga predatory activities. Yung mga materyales na tinatawag natin CSAM or CSEM, ito yung Child Sexual Abuse and Exploitation Material. Sama-sama na yan. Ang daming nabablock. 13.3 billion na block access to malicious efforts. Combined na to ng phishing at ng predatory materials. That is a record number. Hindi namin yan pinagmamayabang dahil ibig sabihin ganun kalaki yung problema. Pero ibig sabihin din, ganun din ang aming commitment to actually block that much. And how we're doing it is through the engagement. Na-mention ko kanina yung Internet Watch Foundation at saka yung C3P. Nagbibigay sila ng listahan para alam namin kung anong ibablock. So nandiyan na tayo ngayon. So this is the latest data we have, no? And let me just break it down, no? Kasi namang problema din tayo, no? Bilang mga mobile consumers, mobile number consumers, doon sa mga smishing, phishing, meron din kaming datos na na-block ng 1.5 million block access attempts. Ito lang yung para sa OSAEC, OSAEC content or URLs and content. Pero kung hihiwalayin natin yan doon sa smishing na natatanggap natin sa mga text, 51 million ang na-block na namin from January to September. But since we're talking about child protection here, I will focus on OSAEC. And you can see that doon mismo sa ating statistics, sa datos, nakakabahala. And that's just blocking. Technology platform lang yan. And you can imagine, lumalaki ngayon ang problema because of AI-generated OSAEC. Narinig niyo na ba yun, yung phrase na yun? That is so bothersome. The last time we met with Yusek Jello, no, kalalabas lang niya abroad, na ang ginagawa ngayon ng mga predators, pinagkukumpul lahat ng mga pictures ng ating mga kabataan, Facebook, social media, sabihin natin 1 billion faces of children, gagawa ng isang AI-generated face of a child na gagamitin para maging CSAM, Child Sexual Abuse and Exploitation Material. Anong policy ang sasagot doon? Ano ang ibabangga ng polisiya? Wala pa tayo sa diskusyon na yon. Sa Europe, sa US, pinag-uusapan pa yan. Because it's something new. And we have to watch out for that. Kaya naghahanda na kami by making sure our child protection platform is robust and with partnerships that are as robust with the Council for Welfare for Children, creating a community-based reporting system, ayun nga, yung Makabata 1383, para handa tayo. Laging step ahead of the bad actors. Pero yun nga, meron tayong mga loopholes dyan, ano, na hindi natin mape-prevent. Kasi ang aming himok din, para sa lahat naman tayo ay mobile phone users, is to make sure that we empower ourselves. Number one, na hindi maloko. Huwag lang click ng click sa link. Number two, turuan natin ang ating mga kabataan na huwag lang magpunta sa kung ano-anong sites and to make sure safe sila. So it's both our job and your job as consumers to make sure to keep yourself safe, unang-una, as adults, and our children safer through the technology we have and the policies that we're trying to execute. So nandoon tayo, and I hope that helps. Kung may katanungan, maya-maya na lang. Yung pangatlong slide na gusto kong ipakita, this is an impact assessment na aming recently na to, mga 2 months ago, scale of harm with the internet with the IJM, the International Justice Mission. It's an inaugural study na pinili kami para kunan ng datos mula Abril 2021, from May 2021 until April this year. Kinanap nila lahat ng datos ng pag-blocking namin, at ito ang rekomendasyon. Nakita nila na 4 sa 7 rekomendasyon nila, ginagawa na namin. At nandito tayo sa press call na to, tingnan lang ninyo yung letter A, yung cultivating community-based reporting. This is one of those with the Council for Welfare for Children. So I am inviting everyone to please attend our Saturday launch. That's tomorrow sa Meralco Compound at 1 p.m. para makita ninyo in action kung ano ba itong initiative, panibagong initiative na ito for our engagement to help our kids help themselves. Thank you.
We will now play a short video. We are waiting for our video. We will now open again the floor for questions from our media partners.
Yusek Tapanes, Kitsuling Tanong 25.
Ma'am, after po.
Sir, since involved kayo sa pagmamalasakit sa mga minors, mga bata, based on the second investigation regarding the Sigoro case, do we know kung nagkaroon ng intervention doon sa mga minors na sinasabing biktima doon sa Socorro?
Sir, thank you for the question. Actually, I was at that first hearing before the Senate. I attended, of course, our parent agency, the DSWD. Of course, yan pong mga sinasabi po dyan talaga na forced child marriage, meron pong mga supposed rape pa po na nangyayari, mga violation ng karapatan ng bata, yung pag-train sa kanila na maging involved ng mga armed group, yan po ay ipinagbabawal ng batas po natin at talagang ahasang tinututulan po ng Council for the Welfare of Children. Nasa background po kami niyan. Actually, during that hearing, what we did is to talk to the children, to make sure that the social preparation was conducted. Of course, this was led by the DSWD, ang aming parent agency. At I think at the end of that hearing, ang nagkaroon ng, and you can also watch the video po, I think the resolution was to rescue those children, yung mga nagreklamo po na nasa lokalidad pa, na nasa LSWD, I think they were transferred to the care of the DSWD Central Office, and even the intended witnesses of